guys, welcome back to Lush Life for You and welcome to my video and my channel if you haven't already. Hey guys, so this is literally my take of 3. I have literally tried to do this video 3 times. This is my 3rd time now because my microphone did not work and it just drove me up the wall, so now I am not using it whatsoever. It just got too frustrating for me. If you're a YouTuber, then you understand. So, welcome to part 2 of anxiety, depression and my eating disorder. Part 2. Hey. And so, what I'm going to talk about is a few things from my previous video that I did not end up adding on. So I did decide to do 2 different parts. So welcome to part 2, as I've already said that. And what I'm going to talk about today is roughly more about what I've actually previously talked about. So right now I'm going to talk about my eating disorder and my relationship with food. From my previous video you might seem to notice a few things that I have said from the last video, but if you haven't checked out my part 1 of anxiety, depression and eating disorder, the link will be in the description box down below. With the link, you should click on it and go check it out and come back and watch this video if you haven't already. So please do that, and I shall see you guys when you get back if you haven't seen that video. So, my relationship with food hasn't really been that easy lately. It's been kind of like an on and off kind of thing. I mean, there has been days that I can eat dinners, I can eat a big full dinner, and then there has been a lot of days that I've only had a small few dinners. And it's quite frustrating for me because I like my food personally quite a lot, but sometimes my brain is like, I can't eat this or I cannot do this. And I'll tell you why, because even if it is your favorite meal of the day and they put it in front of you and you're like, this is my favorite meal, yes, I'm so excited to eat it, but then in the back of your brain you're like, no, as much as I love this meal, I just cannot assume it into my body. And it is kind of a really frustrating thing that I personally suffer from myself, because I have had a few episodes that I have been like, I take a bite of food, even if it's not my favorite food, I eat it, and then I'm like, my thoughts come into my brain and I'm like, nope, can't do this, have to spit it out. Or some people will be like, they feel really sick or feel like they need to throw it back up. But personally for me, I'm just like, spit it back out. And I do try eat it again, but then the same thing happens again and I'm just like, nope, cannot do this. And it has happened quite a few times, but it isn't really that bad. Me personally, I'm not someone that talks about breakfast eating, because I do not eat breakfast whatsoever. It's just really something that I haven't really done for many years. And but I do eat at 11 AM. I have an Actimel yogurt, and I also do just have that. And then if I do get hungry, I will have brunch, which is breakfast and lunch if you didn't know already. But that won't be until throughout 11 to 12. I do not really like to eat throughout the day until dinner, but sometimes if I feel peckish, I will. If I feel really low and low energy, I will eat some snacks throughout the day. But personally, I would say if you are worried about your weight loss, your weight being really low with it as well from your eating disorder, personally I would say do not eat fattening food throughout the week or anything, because that is just not gonna put weight on you. In fact, it's just gonna make your body feel bloated and you're gonna feel fat, but you aren't gonna look any more fatter or more meat on you. And personally for me, that's just something I have tried before, is eating fattening food throughout a week, and it just does not work. So me personally, I would say it is best to eat healthy instead of eating a lot of fattening food. And if it is okay on weekends, because I do eat takeaways on weekends and sometimes a Thursday as well, which is good because you do need that natural fattening food inside your system. But also it's mostly important to have your natural vitamins of those foods, of healthy foods in your body, like especially fruit that has natural sugar in it. I mean, that is the best way to get your sugar levels up, is always eating natural sugar, because it's more healthier for your body than containing sugar that isn't from fruit. But that's all that I wanted to add on from my relationship with food. And I wanted to add on about my weight loss and how it affected me. My weight loss personally affected me quite badly. I'm someone that doesn't like to, as I said in my previous video, I don't like to look at my body because I see my hip bones, I see my rib cage a little bit showing, but it's just, I'm getting a little bit more meat there. And it's just really frustrating. Oh, well, frustrating, I don't even know if that's a word, but I made it up anyway. It's just frustrating for me because I personally don't like it whatsoever. But I mean, looking at me now, I do like this part here. I mean, I like the structure of my collarbone and my neck and all that, but I do not like my chin. If I turn this way, you'll see why. That little lump does bother me so much, and I just wish it was toned and it would just tone nicely with everything else here, but it doesn't, sadly. But anyway, I am putting on a little bit more weight. I am trying to at least, and I am eating more of a bigger lunch now, a smaller dinner, and sometimes I will eat a bit too big a bigger lunch and then not have dinner. And I know when I do that, my eye flickers. I don't know why, it just naturally happens. But also I just want to show you why I don't like my body as well, because I don't like my hands personally. I really hate the bone structure of it, and I know some people will say, oh, they look fine, but to me personally, I just don't like it. It's just so disgusting to look at that. Oh no, can't deal with it. But I do choose to ignore it and just not look at my hands constantly unless I'm doing my nails like I have. And got cute little polka dots that I did myself. I had these little not acrylic, these stencil tools that you just have like this little ball and you pop it up. Anyway, that's not supposed to be in this video, but now it is, I guess. And I also want to talk to you about my self-harming problems. I have self-harmed before. Previously, I would say 4 years ago was when I last self-harmed, because I was going through a stage where everyone was nagging at me to eat. And also, as I am on that topic right now, I do advise parents and children as well, don't nag at your kids to constantly eat, because that is going to get to their brain and that's not going to make them want to eat whatsoever. Personally, for me, that's how it happened to me. I had my family nag at me for so long, and it just got too much to me that I did not eat throughout the day. But then also kids and older people like me, 20 years old, in your 20s or older, I would suggest that you do tell people just to, hey, back off a little bit. You nagging at me, telling me to eat is just gonna put too much stress on my shoulders, and it's just gonna go mind blown. And it's really not healthy for your minds to be just constantly thinking about thoughts and everything. But previously, I did go out with my mom. We went to the dentist, then we went to Sainsbury's, and I had a bowl of chips. And after that, I only ate half of it. My mom had this weird, well, she's not really weird, but she just had a jacket potato with egg salad or something with it. Who cares anyway? Sorry, Mom. I know she can hear me because she's like literally, she's right in the other room, because I'm in the kitchen, she's in the lounge, and she can hear me. Love you, Mom. Thank you. Awkward. Okay, cutting on. Anyway, so I had a bowl of chips and or potatoes, if you like to call it. Me, ketchup queen. If you like ketchup, comment down below because I love ketchup. I love ketchup. I also like barbecue sauce. Anyway, this doesn't matter. Ugh. Anyway, moving on. And I say anyway too much, I know. I just cannot let it flow. Okay, so I had a bowl of chips and I only ate half of them because for me personally, I have anxiety. And first of all, getting out of the house was hard enough, but I did do it and all good, thumbs up, ooh, proud of me. And then I also, having that surrounding of people around you, just constantly looking at you and how you act and how you eat kind of thing, it's just kind of, that to me is too much pressure because it's just kind of like claustrophobic when everyone's eyes are on you, but then you feel like their eyes are like literally right here and you're like, oh my gosh, what do I do? And surprisingly, I did really well. I stayed calm. I did some meditation in my own mind. I stayed calm and I did very well. Well, for me personally, I did well. And for me, that's a big step because I'm someone that doesn't like to eat around people. Personally, I like to eat on my own because I feel more comfortable. Just the fact because I feel like there's no need for other people to judge me or nag me of how much I eat or how little I eat. And I just feel so much comfortable in my own body, and that's when I don't have the necessarily of feeling like, oh, I need to spit this out or something. But I have had those episodes before. I've had them about 4 times in my life this month. Yeah, this month so far. And so moving on anyway, I just want to tell you guys how it affected me and people around me as well. So self-harming, eating disorder, and anxiety and all that. For me personally, it is the worst person to be in. Your own self and knowing everyone else's thoughts does get to you so much more easily because you're like, oh great, here we go again, another episode of when everyone's so against me, and then you feel like the whole world's against you. But then you feel like, you know, those eyes that I just talked about, it's not eyes now, it's ears and mouth nagging at you, and you're just like, okay, and now you need to block it away, you need to block it away, you need to block it away, and push it to the side and just move on, because people don't understand what's going through your mind in your own body system and what's going on. But then some other people do understand, because if you have been through the same situation, then you do understand. But for people that haven't been through the same thing, do not understand whatsoever. So you do have to try put yourself in a personal situation that you can be open and honest and just talk about feelings. For me, to you guys, it is quite hard. Like I said in my previous video, it was hard for me because I kept saying ums and ers. Sorry, that's the doorbell, it will finish in a minute. And it's finished. Anyway, so moving on, I wanted to talk about what was keeping me strong. So what kept me strong was my little sister Georgia, that is 9 years old, and she is my world. She is everything to me because she is just so amazing. And our sisterly bond is so strong, it is unbelievable. It's probably would win an award of Best Sisters of the Year. Well, actually every year, because we're just so amazing together. So I'll tell you why she kept me strong, because she was born with Down syndrome. And then a few months into when she was born, she was diagnosed with cancer called leukemia, and I can't do that now.
You want to get an audience? Come on, I can wait.
Sorry, just people going past. Ignore them. They won't be here for long anyway. And so her beating cancer and everything and actually going throughout it, I just felt like if she could beat cancer, then I could basically beat anything that the world faces against me. And it's just so amazing to have that special bond with a sister like that, because my mom did have a baby before Georgia, but she had a miscarriage, and sadly we didn't get to know the gender, but I've always wanted a brother. And so moving on, it was just kind of like, I was just that is basically when my anxiety and depression kicked in so much worse to me. I felt like the whole world was against me and it was just so hard. But with her now being born and beating cancer and moving on with her life and being cancer free is really good, because she is keeping me strong. So this bond of ours is me keeping her strong and her keeping me strong, and we're together. I mean, without her, I would not be strong. Without her being born and beating cancer, I probably wouldn't be here today. And I just mean, it's just wonderful and loving and caring. And she is just my world and everything, because in her eyes, she sees me as a second mom. In my eyes, I see her as my own child. And oh my gosh, so much is going on, and I'm trying to make an important video, guys. Anyway, it doesn't matter because I'm about to wrap up. I don't know why I did that. It's just because so much is going on. My brain is just like, what should I do? Don't know. Anyway, so before I wrap this video up, don't forget to stay lush, love life, and be you. Thank you guys for watching and subscribing to my channel. Also, before I wrap this video up, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, and also comment down below if you've got any questions for me, because I will be answering them as soon as possible. And also, I keep saying also, I'm so sorry, turn that bell icon on, because that will notify you when I next upload. And please don't forget to subscribe to my channel for future video uploads, and I shall see you guys when I next upload.